Hello, writers. Welcome back. Oh, so good to see you, at least to be talking to you. I know that we're not on my magic black carpet right now. In fact, we're in my very cold and not as cozy dining room. But you may notice that I have turned this space into a little bit of a virtual classroom. So I'm still here, you're still here. We're in a different sort of space, but it's still a writer's workshop, and I am still so excited to have you here with me. Now, I know I've had a chance to talk to many of my homeroom friends in the last couple of weeks, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you and Ms. Janka and Ms. Cummingsford's class. So welcome, writers. It's so good to see you. And I look forward to being able to have office hours with you and to talk to you more in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to keep growing and learning together, and of course, writing. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is that obviously this is sort of a crazy new moment that we're in. And I'm sure a lot of you, like me, have been really missing being at school. And maybe you're missing the cozy black rug. Maybe you're missing just the coming into the building in the morning with each other and talking about your day or talking about your weekend. And maybe you're just missing lunch and recess. In fact, I know you're missing those things because I am too. And so I was thinking with my family the other day, I said, I always kind of like to think of things in terms of how a writer would say it. And there's an old saying that you may have heard before, and it is, when life gives you lemons, you make what? I bet you're thinking, and in fact, I can kind of hear some of you saying it. You make lemonade. And I feel like that's what's happened with this whole situation that we're in right now, is that it kind of feels like life's handed us some lemons. And if you haven't heard that before, what that kind of means, it's like when life hands you a bummer, what do you do with it? Well, you have a choice. You can either be grumpy about it, and I'm not going to lie, I've been a little grumpy about it too. I'm sure you have too. Even a little sad, But you also have this choice that you have. It's like having growth mindset. We have this choice to decide to make lemonade out of that. And what I mean is we have this choice, even as writers, to think about this as a way that we can grow and find the positive. So for example, when I think about that phrase of life hands you lemons, you can make lemonade, I like to think of, as a writer, even though I'm not with you all and you're not with me, we haven't lost certain things. For one, I hope that you came today with your writer's hat. I know I did. Now, mine's pretty heavy, so you're gonna have to give me a second, okay? Okay. How do I look? Can you see it? I hope you can. You know it's there. I brought it back with me from Brenton Down, so it is here with me. Now I'm going to give you a second while you get yours on. I'm going to adjust mine, make sure my hair looks good. All right? Go ahead, get yours on. Fred, get it on. I know you're waiting. Don't hold out on me. Okay, you got it on? Adjust it. Okay. Writer hat's on. Okay, had to get that out of the way. Okay, so we've got our writer hats on, but we also have the thing that we have not lost is our power of observation. You might see me looking this way quite often. I'm looking outside to see who's walking by my dining room. In fact, I just saw a neighbor walk by a second ago. So that's one of the really cool things we still have is our power of observation. And what that means, writers, is that we can notice things. And I've noticed over the last couple of weeks that my hair doesn't always look as nice. Kind of a little messy right now. I've also noticed that sometimes I'm wearing my pajamas, my PJ bottoms, in the middle of the day. That's kind of cool though, right? I've also noticed that I get to spend more time with my kids. Now you're my kids too, but Mrs. Richards' kiddos, Benjamin, John, and Franny, I haven't spent this much time with them in I don't know how long, and it's been kind of fun. We've been playing board games, we've been doing puzzles. We even did a 1,000-piece puzzle of New York City a few weeks ago. Now, never in my past several months or years would I have had time for that. Believe it or not, I've even been cooking a little bit too. So writers, one of the things we're able to do when we make all these observations is write them down and to record them. And so as writers, we call those small moments, don't we? Do you remember that from the beginning of the year, lovies, in our personal narrative unit? Remember when we talked about small moments? Remember when Lexi wrote about the small moment that she wrote about in her writing? Remember that? I think it was it was when she went to Chick-fil-A. Remember when Anne-Marie wrote about going to Florida? Remember when Cooper wrote about that really funny Nerf war they had? And then remember when Jack wrote about Mackinac Island? And I remember when Maddie wrote a great story about when her, I think it was a family friend or a cousin had a baby. And Lexi, oh, that's right, Lexi, you also wrote a story about Disney World. I could go on and on and on. Oh, Ron wrote about a swim meet that was so cool. I could just keep going and going, but I'm not going to do that right now. I want you to think about, though, how you came up with those small moments when we did that. Do you remember, loves, when we first came up with our brainstorming of small moments, you just took out your writer's notebook and you went to a page and you just began writing down a bulleted list of things that were small moment worthy for you. Now, you might have remembered that you also had a hard time thinking about what those small moments would be, right? So today, writers, what I want to teach you is that there are a couple of different ways you can come up with some small moments, and we're going to use those right now. But what I want to teach you is that a really good writer jots down small moments as a way to get ready for journaling, because that's what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. And I'll talk to you more about that in the next lesson. Today, I just want to talk about writing those small moments. Are you ready? Okay, so here's a chart, and I want you to know, writers, that this chart is also available on our slide. You can go back to it, refer to it anytime you want. And it has a couple of ideas, and it has some Post-its on here, and it says, one is details of your day. You could write down a bulleted list of the things that you've been doing. You can write down about how you had time to watch a movie and cuddle with your pet. Or you can write about details of your day, things that you made, or things you saw outside. How to do something. Maybe you came up with a really cool new recipe that you want to tell everybody about. You can write about new things you've learned. Maybe you've had a chance to learn something online. Maybe you've had a chance to learn how to ride a bike. Who knows? There's a lot of things that you may have been learning how to do over these past few weeks. And you could just jot those ideas down. Letters that you may have been writing. Who could you have been writing to, or who could you think about writing to? I've been getting some letters. I know I could write about that. Feelings. Now, we've all had some very big feelings these past couple of weeks. So, of course, we're going to have some up feelings and some down feelings. But those are all really important as writers to be noticing. And I hope you have been. Reviews. Maybe you have a new game that you've been playing, or a puzzle that was really, really fun but really hard. Maybe you want to write a review. And then a list. Maybe you just want to list all the things that you've been doing, all the different things you've seen outside your window that you didn't notice before. I have to tell you, there is a funny looking little squirrel, got a really bushy tail, and I've been noticing that same squirrel on our tree outside our window every single day. And I bet you he's always been there, but I'm just now noticing him because I'm home all the time. And I know that might seem silly, writers, but these things are powerful. These are things that we're noticing because we're slowing down and seeing what's going on all around us. Poetry is another thing that you can write about. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Mrs. Richards is not the world's best poet. I do love to write. In fact, I think I'm pretty good at it. I'm not so great at poetry, but that might be something that I want to try in these next couple of weeks. So I want you to watch me as I practice one of these. I want to show you what I want you to be doing today. I'm going to take one, just one. I know some of you are thinking, can I do all of them? Well, sure, you can, but you don't need to for now. I just want you to pick a couple of these today. I'm going to try one right now. Lists. I'm going to make a list. I like lists. You know I love a good list. And I'm going to write 3 things that I've been doing more of that I wasn't able to do before. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to post it right here for you to see. I've had more outside time. I've done a lot more cooking. Everybody in my family is happy with that, let me tell you. And my kids. I think I told you a second ago how much I've really been enjoying being with my kiddos. So Writers, that is one really good way that we can get ready for journaling, is just to jot down our small moments. It's like saying, here are some things that I want to be thinking about, right? Here are some things that I want to write about, but today I'm just going to jot my ideas down. So right now, and I'm wondering if you brought your writer's notebook with you, or any notebook or any paper. I want you to grab a pen, and I want you to just start writing down a couple of things that you think you might want to write about. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you a second to do that. And if you need to pause the video at any time, please feel free to do that, because that's a great way to give yourself a chance to kind of get caught back up, or go grab that glass of water, or go use the bathroom if you need to, or go do anything you might need to do, and then come back. So please remember that that pause feature is there. I'm going to wait right now, though. I'm going to give you a few seconds just to write. You can even turn to your stuffed animal and tell your stuffed animal what you plan to write about. But I'm going to give you a few seconds just to think about that, so that you can go into your assignment for today, the thing that I want you to work on when you leave here. I want you to be ready for that. So go ahead and take a minute and think about what you might be writing about. I'm going to go ahead and put your chart up. I bet a lot of you are writing about feelings. I can almost hear you out there. Details of your day. I bet you got some funny ones out there. Joe, I can hear you right now. You're telling me all about that Disney cruise that you were going to go on. Oh, I bet Maya's been cleaning out some cupboards. She's really good at organizing. I bet you've got lots of things you want to write about. Writers, now that you had a chance to think about that, I want to talk to you about your only job for today. Now, again, I will say, I know a lot of you like to do more, and you can. But for today, I want you to go, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to go over to our screen. You can see, and I know I look funny right now. I'm up in the corner there. Little Mrs. Richards up here. Look at, woo, 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 woo. All right, if you look over here, you're going to see a link to a thing called a Slice of Life journal. And right now, I want you to leave that alone. I don't want you to do anything with that right now. I just want you to leave it there. But if you look up here, there's going to just be a place where it says, please fill out your Slice of Life journal brainstorming page. And what that is you're going to click on that, and it's going to take you to a form that's kind of like a bit of a survey. And it's just going to ask you some questions about what you plan to brainstorm about, what small moments you want to be thinking about over the next several days. You'll also notice over here another chart where it talks about writing to your future self. You can use that one also as a thing to write about, but today I really want you to just focus on coming up with those small moments. So again, you're going to see every day lots of different resources listed. Don't feel like you have to use them all at once. But today your main job is to fill out, and I'll even go here and show you what it looks like, the Slice of Life journal brainstorming page. That's going to give you a place to let me know what you want to write about. Because lovies, I know you've got lots of ideas in your head already, but as much as I would like to, I can't climb inside there. I have no idea what you're thinking unless you share that with me. So this is a way for you to share that with me and let me know what it is you're planning on writing about. And I cannot wait to find out just what ideas are swirling around in those heads of yours. Because then, as we move forward, you get to build on that and write about those things. But the best way to start is to brainstorm. Jonathan's making a little noise in the kitchen right now. I can hear him. The best way that you can get ready, now he's breaking some dishes, I think. The best way you can get ready for that writing is to brainstorm. So lovies, that's all you're doing today. You're going to brainstorm. Share that with me in that Google form, please. You'll see at the bottom there's a submit button. And once you send that, it's going to come to me, and I get to see and crawl into your minds and see what it is you're thinking about. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for listening and being with me. I miss you all so very much. And for now, that's it. I will talk to you again and be with you again very soon. Please fill out that form. I cannot wait to read about what you're planning to write about.